Hey everybody, this is Doing Lines. This is the sports betting podcast where we bet on all the not sports and a little bit of the sports of sports. I'm your host, Kyle Ayers, joined as mostly by my co-host, Austin Huff.
As mostly, indeed.
All the time I would say counts as most. It's like how every square is a rectangle, but not every rectangle is a square.
Right. And this week I'm hostly. If I could turn this camera literally to my 5 feet to my left, there's an air mattress, fully blown up air mattress up here in my office.
You're hosting that much.
My parents are coming in town, and we do not have the bedroom space for the number of people that we are hosting for Thanksgiving.
Look, I'm firmly in the. I'm tired of traveling. I hate airports so much. I don't want to ever in my life travel. I'll drive to Missouri. I got a brain disease. It hurts me to fly on top of it all. But come to me. It's time.
Yeah,
right. You want to hang out the holidays? My parents have never been to Los Angeles, and I've now lived here almost as long as New York. Actually, as long, I think. And they have never visited me here. And I'm just like, they're like, are you going to come home for Thanksgiving? No, it's dope here.
Yeah. Why would you not?
I'm going to go outside and do the worm. That's how nice it is.
Can I come visit you for Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Let me come back to Missouri. Sure, it's the worst weather, but it is also expensive to get there.
And you grew up in Kansas City. I have spent a lot of time in Kansas City, both going to the University of Missouri and just, with friends and family living there. I feel like Kansas City gets colder than most places in the Midwest.
It does.
Because it is just so landlocked that it is frigid, those temperatures when it gets brutally cold.
Yeah, it's the worst. I mean, just come here. Come here.
Yeah.
Come here. It's so nice. People coming to visit. Hosting kind of stinks, but you get a bunch of leftovers, and I hate traveling.
Yeah, it's easy. You don't have to worry about traveling there and then traveling home. Yeah. Traveling home's the worst. It's annoying to travel to places, but traveling home's even worse because
you've
got nothing to look forward to. Yeah. Right? Oh, all right.
I'm doing a lot of baking this year for Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna bake. I go from all scratch all across the board. I made a pie crust that's getting ready for me to make 2 apple pies today. I'm making some cookies. I'm making I don't remember what they're called. Things. Those will be pretty good.
Those sound good.
They sound pretty fucking good. Banana bread. I'm making some meringue. I'm making little meringue cookies as well.
Have you always been this way? Have you always been a little chef?
Doing bread. Gonna bake some bread, and then I'm making turkey, and then everyone else is bringing everything else.
When did you become Gordon Ramsay?
Oh, dude, I'm sad. I got nothing to do. I'm sad. My head hurts.
Is that where it stems from? Is that what?
And I'm making a fruit cobbler in a Dutch oven.
Chef Boyar, am I sad?
Chef Boyar, these arms tired. Here's a quick cobbler recipe you can make. Honestly, that's very, very easy. If you have a Dutch oven or something that encloses like that, it could even work on a cast iron with a lid.
Yeah, this is. I think that's exactly why people tune into this podcast.
Here you go. Go. Bunch of fruit, right? Maybe 3 cups of fruit. Could be frozen. Doesn't have to be. Could be, but you want fruit that complements berries or peaches and not bananas. Fruit that complements that you'd have as one singular thing. I like mixed berries. You cut them up, throw them in the cast iron at the bottom. You put a half of a box of vanilla cake mix on top of it. The vanilla cake mix. But you mix that vanilla cake mix not with a dairy or a milk or water. You mix it with Sprite. You stir that up.
Yeah.
And you put the amount of Sprite in that it would say to put in water or anything else. You stir that up, you put that on top of the berries, and then you cook that at 400 until the fruit is bubbling on top of it. Then you let that cool.
How did you come across this?
I have so much time. I mean, the recipes are just super, super easy. Here's my advice to anyone, because I've gotten pretty good at baking and pretty good at cooking. Honestly, the best thing you can do is go slow and do not double up your oven. Because if you which sucks because you have a giant turkey and you got to put other shit in. If you double up your oven, it's going to get colder in there. You're changing the temperature a lot more. It's going to affect everything. You don't want to double it up. Other than that, take your time.
I am learning so much on this podcast.
Cook
this
slow.
week.
Cook everything slow. Everything.
Normally,
you can cook
this
slow,
is
cook
like
slow.
this is like just a dumb podcast that is just like it's just
Yeah.
we make up fake bets for fake charities, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
This is real advice. This is
Mhm.
like real good stuff, especially going into a Thanksgiving weekend.
Mm-hmm. I like to make chocolate chip cookies. If you're making chocolate chip cookies, here's a real quick way to have them be way, way, way better. You want to use about let's say it wants you to use 2 cups of chocolate chips. Don't do that. Use a 1/4 cup of chocolate chips and a 1 3/4 cups of chopped up chocolate bar. Whether it's like the sweetened or the unsweetened or whatever you want to use. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you chop
okay.
up the chunk bars and use those. That's what you want to use. Basically, it's just butter, sugar. Then use like light brown sugar, baking soda, baking powder, blah, 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 flour. Then the chocolate chips, if you're using 2 cups, use 3/4 of that, make that chopped up chocolate bars. You got to get the baking ones because the Hershey stuff will melt too much, but then it's going to be so good. That's what you want to do.
Well, that's what we talk about when we talk about the not sports of sports on this
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah. Dude, I'm getting so into it. I've been baking just straight up baking bread. You can make bread so easily. You got to just be patient. You got to just be patient with everything.
You gotta be patient, and which is what I keep telling myself with my bets this season because I have dug myself into a hole.
You have, and I'm not saying that the hole got deeper, but at this point, you're like Wile E. Coyote running over nothing, and if you look down, you're gonna hold up a sign that says "Uh-oh."
So and also my movie just got axed by Warner Brothers, right?
You're like Wile E. Coyote in the fact that no one actually gets to see it. So yeah, if it's your first time listening and you made it through all of me talking about Thanksgiving recipes, Austin and I have an ice cream machine now. I got an ice cream maker.
I don't. How did we get back to food? That's what I want to know.
If you're looking to make ice cream, look, if you have an ice cream maker or if you want to churn it yourself, it sucks to churn it yourself. But basically, you just have to have like 2 bowls, the outer bowl filled with ice, and then rotate the inside bowl and churn it in that. If you're trying to make like a ice cream, but you want it to be dairy free, you can use something like almond milk instead of regular milk. But then it won't get quite the texture of ice cream. So then what you want to do is you want to add like a teaspoon of soy milk powder, and it thickens it up sort of like you're making a. So every week, Austin and we put down 6 bets, and they're kind of fake and they're kind of fun, and we'll talk about last week, Austin. Last week we had Noah Gardenswartz on. Noah put a huge bet trying to parlay his way. Noah has negative $1,600. Noah's parlay did not hit. I don't want to blame the girl who died at the Taylor Swift concert, but I wouldn't be the first or last to.
Yeah,
I believe.
I mean, Travis Kelce doesn't fumble in the red zone if she's at that game. That's for sure.
And the red zone is what they're calling where they stanchioned off that corpse at the concert.
Gosh.
If you want to make sure your turkey's cooked all the way through, get an internal thermometer. Otherwise, you're going to have a red zone that you're going to have to avoid when people. I try and make a turkey pun after talking about a dead kid.
I'm feeling 22 degrees Celsius.
It's red, capital R-E-D in parentheses. So Noah lost $1,600 last week because he smashed the over on he smashed them not being able to go without talking about Taylor Swift or the Kelce's. All these Monday night storylines, I talked about if they could go drives without talking about them. It was very easy to because both team kept 3 and outing. Like the drives were 7 seconds long in the third quarter. So we hit a good run there. I'm gonna say that Noah lost $1,600. Austin, last week you gained $500.
Hey, don't look. Am I back? People are asking.
You bet that they wouldn't bring up Taylor Swift and stuff as often, so you hit on that. You did not hit on the Bailey bets. Bailey picking the games based off city names. She missed 2.
Yeah,
straight up. She picked every game right except 2.
When you told me what city she bet at the end of the last week's pod, I was like, okay, yeah, there's not a chance I'm winning this bet.
Then Will Austin be sad hit. You made some money there.
And I was very.
You made some money on the Thanksgiving cleanup teams winning. And then you lost a lot of money on the Bills. You said the over under at 31.5. They scored 32 points.
That pissed me off.
That's going to be my bad beat of the week.
That's Kyle's bad beat of the week. I was wondering what the bad beat was.
31.5 point over under for the Bills. We all took the under. You for $300, and they scored 32.
Damn it. See, and you know what's funny? I was watching that game, and I thought I took the over. So I was like, oh, yeah, let's go. That field goal at the very end of the game did me over.
They're really screwing over Vegas here. And by Vegas, I mean someone else's Zoom account I'm still logged into.
All right, well, let's get to our
I got to tell you where I'm at.
Oh,
so you're at 500.
No, you don't have to. Let's get to our guest this week.
Austin's at $1,200 total. $1,200. That's your highest point of highs. Last week, I won $750.
I hate you so
because
much.
Are you over
$2,000
more on the Thanksgiving locks? I'm at $3,250.
Oh, okay, cool. So, and also you're a Chiefs fan. So the rich just keep getting richer. That's awesome. Yeah, it's great. That's awesome. Well, I'm a Titans fan, and I'm dirt poor in this podcast.
DeAndre Hopkins is good.
Yeah, with a few chances, Will Levis can stay upright long enough to get him the ball.
Okay, let's not talk too much about your specific team here. Let's get into
it. Let's get to our guy, Jeff Cesario. Very, very funny comedian. If you listen to Adam Carolla's podcast, you've heard him join many times as Chet Waterhouse. Same thing with the Sklar brothers. He joins as Chet Waterhouse with them as well. And also just a very funny comedian. He's written for Larry Sanders Show back in the day. He's written for many like Oscars and Academy Award hostings and things like that.
Oscar Isaac,
Oscar the Grouch too. All of his dialogue in Sesame Street as all Jeff.
It's Oscar the Grouch in the Mandalorian thing the whole time.
So
that's Pedro Pascal. Never mind. And never mind, everyone.
Is that racist? I don't know. If it
I just think Oscar Isaac and Pedro Pascal looks like if Oscar Isaac was tired. That's what I always think when I see the two of them.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. So,
anyways.
All right, so let's get to our guy, Jeff Cesario. All right, we're joined now by a guy that I love dearly, a very, very funny comedian by the name of Jeff Cesario. You can check out his podcast he's co-hosting with Jake Johansson called Strip Mall Think Tank. If you enjoy this podcast, I know you will absolutely love that one. So, Jeff, thank you so much for taking the time to join us, man.
My pleasure. It's avoiding a trip to Ralph's supermarket for yet more stuffing ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
There can never be too many ingredients.
No.
I have to go. I was at the grocery store literally earlier today, and I have to go back for different kinds of bagels. I got the wrong kind of bagels.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm going to give you a little piece of advice, Kyle, as well. While you're there, just get heavy whipping cream. Just get it.
You're going to need it.
Yeah.
You're going to need some for the road.
Yeah, just get it. It's going to come in handy.
Right.
I went to Costco on Monday.
That's the best.
People, you really are just like, you waver between we all don't deserve to live to we're all in this together, aisle by aisle. Not aisle by, turn by turn with your cart.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like the fact that most of the people out here, and I don't know if it's just because of LA traffic, but most of the people in LA at Costco really know how to handle their cart. You know, yeah, even the guys with the that oversized orange railroad truck thing that they use.
Yeah,
you can put on like 70 cases of.
In case you're there buying
Kirkland
like
water.
40 bicycles.
Yeah. And man, everybody knows how to whip those babies around on a dime.
You'll just hear
and
people
the
screaming
only,
like zipper
jam
merge.
Free sample is the log jam.
It really
That's
is.
where, yeah.
And those carts are like, they're massive carts. They're like the the Ford Expeditions of carts. Like those things could block the Suez Canal for sure.
Yeah, they have to be though, because you slap 155-gallon drum of dill pickles in there, you're screwed.
Right. Their carts are still, are you getting 4 things? at Costco.
yeah, right.
Right. It's still the 4 thing parade.
Mhm.
Although you can kind of fit a lot of smaller things in that front basket, which out here, I'm guessing all over, I don't know. But out here, that's like a permanent mini basket at the front of the cart. You
Mhm.
don't have to like extend like at the shopping cart where you have to do that weird sort of playground game thing where you got to jam part of the monkey bars forward, get your little cage.
I thought it's so wild leaving Costco is everyone getting their receipt checked is like a massive log jam, and that's where they put the optometry area, so you're just bumping into people with
Yeah.
bad eyesight. Like no
Yeah.
one can see you coming, and you're like, "Can you move?"
Right.
And they're like, "I don't even see you."
But to their credit, that's a great point. To their credit, opposite the optometry section, they have all the things nobody wants, like Costco HVAC
Yeah.
and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And nobody ever stops.
Are you
for those
renting a snowblower from the Costco in Los Feliz?
Yeah, yeah. So if you veer left and then take a hard right just after the Costco returns aisle is coming in the other direction.
Mm-hmm. I love the returns aisle. You're out there buying a hot dog, waiting to return something 7 years after you bought it.
Yeah, right.
The people checking the receipts have to be near the optometry station, because I don't know if their eyesight is any good, because they will just literally take that highlighter and just whip it without checking the receipt. Like I could walk out with 3 plasma screen TVs, like for like the cost of like $300, and only have like cookies on my
receipt. They just say,
and I think they would just be like, they're
happy you're
good.
there.
Right.
That's a Midwest thing, man, or something, because I'm telling you, out here, I think they put their best people on the door.
Do they? Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's a brutal thing. Are those the unsalted mixed nuts? Who gets questions like that? That's stupid.
I don't know. Your person rang them up.
Yeah, right. And then there's a huge delay. This is what you have to avoid. A lot of good Costco tips here, guys.
Yeah.
Avoid getting behind a cart with a kid who's holding the receipt, because then out comes the Bob Ross drawing pen, and they got to make a little snowman with a mustache and a sign that says "See you soon."
Right.
And then you're 5 hours behind on your date by then.
Right. Like, can we hurry it up? I'm trying to shoplift.
Yeah, for God's sakes.
I got to get to CVS and get a longer receipt.
I'm not just buying a microwave. I have a turkey stuck inside it that you're never going to see.
I'm putting the baste in Bastille Day right now, if we could get me out of here.
Nice. Putting the baste in Bastille Day.
You got to pronounce words wrong. Well, we should get
like
into the thing.
Yeah, we're having our own strip mall think tank right here. That's for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Guys, Jeff, obviously, like, if you're shopping at Ralph's and if you're shopping at Costco, and if you're coming on this podcast, then you're very clearly a man of means. It is.
I'm living the highlight.
Obvious, to everyone, which is one of the reasons why. Because we only invite, this podcast is kind of like an airline sky club or something. Like it's very exclusive and only for the wealthy, which is why we in turn like to donate the fake money that we are playing for back into fake charities. So, Jeff, is there a fake charity that you will be playing for this week?
Actually, yeah, I'm playing for PA, which you guys may have heard of. It's Prius Anonymous. It's an organization where ex-Prius drivers can go to recover their self-confidence and ability to drive like a normal human again. So all my proceeds will go there.
Austin was right. We are all we are all people of means. Like most people, I'm here on my girlfriend's membership card, just like at Costco. This is her Zoom.
If this is like an airlines club, I imagine I'll be getting some peanuts somewhere down the line. I'll be getting
Yeah, we they're actually in the mail. They're on they will arrive probably after Thanksgiving.
It's exactly like an airlines club where people wonder how I got here to start with.
Yeah.
That guy doesn't match.
No, but it's such a it's like a vortex in the universe. It's like the one place you could go at an airport where you don't have to worry about people's feet and stuff like that. It's just you can just kind of slip in. It's not that much better, but people do tend to gravitate towards little islands of themselves, you know, and then
Yeah.
they'll go.
In my
they should
lowest
have
of lows, I have someone put a bare foot up on my armrest from the row behind me onto mine. Does that make sense from the window?
Yeah.
that's gross.
I sneezed on it,
Wow. Top
and I
shelf.
don't feel bad at all.
No,
Yeah.
not topping that.
I
Not
like, you know how
topping
you can, I was going like try and looking at the sun out the window to try and like have to sneeze, and I just
Wow.
sneezed on an adult's barefoot.
So, wow. You're like Faye Dunaway. You can
I applied
sneeze
for a
on
loan
cue.
afterwards. I was just so confident. I was like, I don't even know what the loan will be for. Buy a Nobel Prize? I'm not sure. It was the best I've
You
ever felt. about myself.
probably just, did he retract the foot?
Yes.
And then, like, in triumph, you just opened your tray table with one arm and let it fly down.
I mean, what is he going to do? Is he going to call the flight? Hey, I had my foot on this guy, and he used his space.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like if you take back something you stole to try and get a refund.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't try that at the Costco out here because they get you coming and going.
you know how they have the designated rooms at airports now for like smokers, like to just go in the one room and just smoke. They should
Oh,
have that for
yeah.
people that want to take their socks off and
They
just
do.
go
It's
bare
called the
feet.
Las Vegas airport.
The whole, yeah. That's pretty rude.
Grossest. The smoking slot machine room in the Las Vegas airport is an insane. It has like double doors that open every time someone walks by. It's such a farce of a
Yeah.
smoking section, and the smoke just wafts to the entire terminal. And it opens at 7 in the morning. You just hear people going, "Ah, damn it," over
Yeah.
and over again.
Yeah. I'll say this, though, and I'll be revealing my age. But I used to fly when the non-smoking section stopped at like row 22 and the smoking section started at 23. And
Yeah.
you're like, are you kidding me?
It's like they think the forward motion of the plane will push the smoke
Yes.
to the back.
keep pushing the smoke. We'll just open the door and let the smoke out.
You know, that's what those chemtrails are.
Yeah, right.
Wow, I never knew that.
Those are the Marlboro Man is the original conspiracy theorist.
That's the
we're-
tiny maybe they have a tiny version of the Vegas airport smoking room. They should have that on planes just for amusement.
with the
Some
slot
sort of
machine.
glass enclosed area. Yeah, where really, really addicted people can just go and everybody else can watch them.
I want to watch someone lose $400 on a Young Sheldon slot machine on a flight.
Those days
It's
are
only a
coming,
matter
my
of
friend.
time. Yeah, it's only
Yeah.
a matter of time.
It really, and then there'll be a pop-up ad playing in between their slot pulls.
And you can purchase a seat at half price of the lowest economy seat if you're willing to play the slot machine on your seat back screen and try to earn the rest of your
You
seat
try to-
price.
I'm just really hoping you pull your armrest for the slot machine. Just
Oh,
the,
that would
the
be fun,
middle
yeah.
seat is such a nightmare because the other two are just cranking the arms.
That would be fun. The Vegas flight, and you know, all the flight attendants are women in really tight, semi Playboy-ish outfits.
Yeah, right.
Just actually
love
Paula
that whole thing.
Abdul.
I love that tradition has continued. That may be the line we know when that's crossed, it's all over.
Right.
But for right now, the fact that you can still go to a Palace station and see a 43-year-old woman who's, you know, kind of hot after 2 highballs, serving you drinks. Go. That's America. That's the definition of America. Ladies
All
and
right.
Oh,
Let's
man.
get that. That was absolutely beautiful. Let's get to some fake bets. Kyle,
it.
you
We'll lay
why
out
don't you
our
go
6
ahead and
bets here.
you go ahead and get started with your bets for this week.
My first one, I'm a Chiefs fan. My first one's very simple. My first one is over or under 1.5 drops in the Chiefs Raiders game by Chiefs players. Over under 1.5 drops in the Chiefs game. That one is my simplest one.
and I have
that was-
$1,000 to divvy up, but I
To
wait
divvy
till
up.
the end. Correct.
Wait till the end, yeah.
correct,
Wow, this
correct.
A
My
lot
second
of
one,
freaking retention here.
we'll recap them all, and
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Austin's will
Thank
be
you.
so stupid.
Yeah, you're gonna want to lose. You'll lose your mind at my bets.
My second one is for Thanksgiving. You know, turkey's a big bird on Thanksgiving. A turkey and bowling, 3 strikes in a row, correct?
Yes.
Call it a turkey. Will 3 bird teams win this week? I call this the turkey. The bird turkey bet. Will 3 bird, the Seattle Seahawks play the 49ers, the Falcons play the Saints, the Cardinals play the Rams, the Eagles play the Bills, and the Ravens play the Chargers. Now there's two favorites, a push, and 2 underdogs in that list.
Okay.
So can 3 birds win? Can we get a turkey of birds for turkey? And my final bet is my Black Friday bet. So they're playing football on Black Friday this year. For who cares? Like give me more please. There's just on too many days. 4 days is too many days for the NFL week. That's most.
Especially on like a weekend where it's like you're supposed to be spending time with family.
I don't want to do this. Like Miami is playing the Jets on Black Friday. So since they started keeping record since the term Black Friday came around, 17 people have been killed shopping on Black Friday.
Wow. And
125 people have been seriously injured shopping on Black Friday. And it's been mostly on the internet recently. So 17 people have been killed, 125 people have been injured. Dude, does Miami kill the Jets? This one's hard to set up. I'm sorry. Basically, this one.
This will all be edited out.
I'm actually editing more in later. That's the crazy part.
Oh, good. More explanation.
This is like if David Foster Wallace footnoted the rest of the podcast. I want you to consider the turkey.
Joke setups.
I'm using a headset mic with the thinnest little microphone you've ever seen. Okay, so there's 2 parts to this bet. You bet on both of them, and if both of your things come true, it's a triple the winning bet because it's Black Friday. Great deals.
Wow.
2 parts.
Great deals.
Does Miami kill the Jets? And that means win by 17 or more.
Ooh.
And does someone for Miami have 125 yards from scrimmage, not including the quarterback? So receiving or rushing. So you can say yes to 1, no to 1, yes or no to both. And if both
the 125 is combined rushing and receiving?
receiving.
Okay.
They haven't had anyone do it in a little while.
Ooh. A good tidbit there.
Yeah.
So
a little while, you mean a week?
Like 4 games.
Yeah,
4 games since Tyreek had 125. Well, they had a bye, and then the Chiefs game, none of them did it, and then none of them did it the week before, and then someone did it the week before that.
Since they played a team under 500. That seems to be
but the Jets defense also never lets anyone get this, even if they win
that's
or lose
true.
Game. So those are my 3
good
bets. Do we 3 bird teams win, over under 1.5 drops, and then you get the 2-parter of does Miami kill the Jets? And does someone have 125 yards? You can bet however you want on that one.
Right, and we're only halfway through the questions. Is that correct?
And mine are the short ones.
So is there a sideline now, one of those sidebar chat sessions where I can talk to a tech assistant?
Oh, yeah, in post.
Okay.
It's the Fox dancing robot.
I am missing seeing a 1981 Dodge van with broken Monroe gasmatic shocks try to pull an entire load out of the Costco parking lot. But I'm doing it for you. All right.
And to be fair, that van is parked in a compact spot.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
With the EV charger.
Sure. A little bit of an angle. So somebody's trapped in already.
All right, Austin. I'm sure yours will be super quick.
Yeah, very quick. We all know the hot stove is heating up this weekend for Thanksgiving in more ways than one, because I don't know if you guys picked up on this, but baseball, they're starting to sign some people. They're starting to trade for some people. So on Sunday, there are 6 NFL games between teams that each city has an MLB franchise. I'm going to break this down by game, all right? Of those 6 NFL games, I'm going to set the over at under at 1.5 that make additions to their MLB rosters, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So for example, the New York Giants play New England this weekend. Do the Giants and or the Red Sox, or excuse me, do the Yankees and or the Red Sox add anyone to their team this weekend, through Sunday night, via the hot stove? Does that make sense? at all?
My UN translator had a problem with subsection C of that question. If you could just run that by her again.
So basically, of the games, is there someone signed to those Major League Baseball teams? And there's 6 games.
So this has nothing at all to do with the NFL in any capacity.
Well, the fact that the teams that are playing.
Teams are playing each other.
Yes, teams play the game.
Yeah, against each other.
All right, I'm not even going to write
From
this one
cities
down
that are large enough to have many franchises in the professional sports arena.
Right. This next one's a little easier. This weekend I am hosting my family in Chicago for Thanksgiving. It's 2 parents, 1 sister, 1 brother-in-law, 3 nieces.
Are either side of the family signing anybody off the waiver?
Well, they have one new undrafted free agent has entered the team this year.
That is true. That is the bet. How did you know, Jeff? No, I am. This is called the hostess with the mostest bet. You can't spell good host without TD. So how many Thanksgiving Day game touchdowns do I get to see live? Now, I will obviously exclude myself from betting on this, but I plan to have all 3 games on, but I will obviously be busy with family, with nieces, with, getting things ready. How many of the touchdowns in the games do I see live? I'm setting the over-under at 3.5. So do I see 4 or more of the 3 Thanksgiving Day games?
Oh, God. 3 Thanksgiving Day pro games.
Yes, correct. Okay. Yes.
We're eliminating like Virginia and Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I think the Egg Bowl.
Oak and Shoehorn or whatever the hell.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. No college games.
Oh, my God.
I will note that I am picking up my parents from the airport at 11:30, so a little bit before the first game kicks off. But we are.
That's right when the first game kicks off, right?
Or right when the first game kicks off, yes. But we're not doing Thanksgiving dinner until Friday, so my Thanksgiving schedule is a little more wide open. So if that gives you any help,
it's just a lot of caveats for me to just ignore that one.
Is there a separate podcast where you discuss why you're having Thanksgiving dinner on Friday? I guess we can't address
my
that.
parents.
We're nearly out of time, and we still have a question left.
Yeah, we don't have premium Zoom. We can't do another bet this long.
No,
Well, yeah. What we'll do is we'll come on Strip Mall Think Tank to explain that one.
And please, that would be choice.
I was going to go with the Irsay Can You See bet. How many times will Jim Irsay be persecuted for being a white billionaire this week? But I figured, no, we'll go ahead and let him burn that own bridge. This final bet is the Tua for 1. And as Kyle alluded to, there is our first Black Friday game ever. And I'm going to go on to, at kickoff of that game on Friday, I am going to go on to fanatics.com, and I want to know, does Tua's quarterback rating in that game surpass the price of his home jersey on fanatics.com? So and just his regular home jersey, aqua, it's normally listed at $129.99. However, you have to assume it will be marked down for Black Friday. Currently, it is marked down to $97.49. And he has surpassed that with his quarterback rating in 6 of his 10 games this year. So, and he has surpassed the normal price once, too, if that helps at all. But does his quarterback rating surpass the price of his home jersey on Fanatics.com?
Good one. I like that one.
Do you get to use a coupon code if it's close?
If it's close.
That's good. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, there essentially is always a coupon code on fanatics.com, and they're like, it expires in 9.5 hours. You better hurry up. And then if you don't get it, then they just somehow have a new coupon code that...
Yeah, they reissue one, yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I think there's just always a sale on fanatics.com.
Yeah. There is a guy, that's probably the easiest job at fanatics.com. He's actually got, speaking of sliding doors, he's got a little sliding door, one office. He's just smoking, blowing the smoke out the thing. talking to his girlfriend on, chat. And he's like, yeah. Oh, hang on 1 second. New code. Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, no, I can make that. Yeah, sure.
New code. He's the new code guy. It's just like he gets paid minimum wage. He gets paid in the savings that the people get from the jersey sales.
He's so happy that he can type a Q without having to follow it with a U. I can follow it with another Q. The hell with you people. It's a code. All right. So Jeff, let's recap and I bet, right?
$1,000. Yeah, $1,000 of fake money. All
right.
So Kyle's got the over under Chiefs drops at 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I've got the 3 bird teams winning. Over under 3 bird teams winning.
Can I do these one at a time?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm like 103 years old. By the time you get done with this,
would you say your age is over under the price of a Tua Fanatics jersey?
Right. It's over under the price of the large screen TV that's a Chiefs fan will have his hand on to claim while he's watching the Chiefs on the TV.
Well, look, we're going to check your receipt on the way out the door, so you better
absolutely
better not be lying on your price.
Draw an entire nativity scene on the freaking back of the receipt. All right, I will take the over at $200 that the Chiefs will drop more than 1.5 passes.
Oh, yeah, and we should also point out you do have one lock of the week. You do need to make one of your bets a lock of the week, and that is just double the winnings, triple the losses.
That's the lock right there, because as a Packers fan, I am familiar with Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
I've never gotten more texts from Packers fans than when he dropped it, and they were just like sending me highlights of the same thing happening 7 times. My friend Jeff was like, oh yeah, that's kind of his thing. He's like, he's really good at blocking, and he drops game-winning touchdowns.
He's got it together in his head, because after he dropped that one, he just kind of tapped the turf like, nuts. Okay.
I'll get him next year on the Titans.
Yeah. Well, yeah, once he's like way past his prime is when the Titans sign him.
3 years ago?
Yeah.
All right. So there's 2.
A long way to prime.
All right. So the 3 bird teams winning: Seahawks, 49ers, Falcons, Saints, Cardinals, Rams, Eagles.
I'll put a
Bills.
hundy on the over. 3 bird teams will win, yeah.
Okay.
I love the Cardinals now. I think Kyler is so good. I'm getting all in on the Cardinals.
He played lights out last week. Do the
That's just because is that a joke about how small he is? He has to go to bed early.
Wow. And is Cliff Kingsbury on Dancing with the Stars this season, or did I just
watching
hear
it in
that?
Thailand?
What happened? Oh man!
Who would have thought the guy who couldn't go 500 with Mahomes in college couldn't be good at the coaching in the NFL?
Yeah,
he couldn't win games with Mahomes in college.
That's really a good one. That's right on the money there.
His pro coaching experience was completely worth it, just for the fact that we got to see the inside of his home in the during that COVID draft with the war room.
I think he lived in the home Julia Louis-Dreyfus had in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Either that or the home from Parasite, for sure.
Is he still he was dating Holly Saunders for a while.
Yeah.
Feels almost like insider trading.
Yeah. I imagine that ended.
We should have had a Cliff Kingsbury bet for sure.
If a guy loses his job and goes straight to Thailand, I bet his girlfriend breaks up with him.
Right.
Because as we know, Thailand, nothing is illegal in Thailand. Back to you guys.
Chet Waterhouse making an appearance.
So on my double Black Friday bet, you can also ignore these and just bet on other ones.
Yeah. I'm
going to bet every one. I liked all of them.
So does Miami win by 17 or more, and does someone have 125 yards? You can yes or no both of those individually.
Okay, so I can bet them individually, or I have to make the bet and split the bet between the two?
You can bet them individually.
I will put 100 on the under 17. I think the Jets will keep it closer than that. That's who they're playing?
Mm-hmm.
Who are they playing?
The Jets.
And I will put 100 that Hill will get over 125 yards.
It's kind of hard to lose by 17 when you lose games 16-1.
Yeah. Well, it's It's the Big Ten West of the NFL.
Yeah, just real Iowa football going on.
Yeah, they beat Wisconsin 15-6.
Iowa is like a scoregami wet dream of a team. Like, if
Yeah.
you like these scoregami scores, you love Iowa because they're finding ways to score 1 point at a time.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they did. And I want to mock them. And then, Wisconsin's last 5 games have been like 10, 14,
Yeah, right.
3,
Yeah.
and another 10. And you go, uh-oh.
I mean, Iowa fans love when you have to play them because they just get to laugh at you having to watch.
Yeah,
I think
you're
their
now
games-
forced to
yeah.
watch.
Their games are so boring that those kids at the hospital shut the blinds.
It's ice fishing with no shed and no fish.
Yeah, right.
All right, Austin's weird baseball bet.
Weird baseball bet. The over-under 1.5 games that make additions to their MLB rosters. And so if there is one move between Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. then
Let me
that counts
confer
as
with
one.
my lawyer on this one. We're going to pass on that one. We're gonna
Okay,
take the-
all right. The hostess with the most is, do I see over under 3.5 touchdowns on Thursday's NFL slate?
I'm putting a big 200. I'll put 250 on. You will see over that.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I
You're
wish I
going to
could
see
bet
over
on
3.
that.
You'll see 4 touchdowns easy because you're not even making food on Thursday. You don't
Right.
eat till Friday afternoon
Right.
for some reason. Serious
It's because
family tradition.
we're leaving the turkey in too long. And that's why we call it Black Friday.
And so, do you like celebrate?
No, well, it's honestly it's just
Easter
because
on May Day. What's going on?
my parents wanted a cheap flight, and so they they're flying in Thursday morning, and so to have time to prepare all the food,
Yeah.
obviously
That I respect, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
also think it's the reason you will see over 4 scores.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see like 5
right.
teams.
And plus my mom likes to take her shoes off on the airplane, so she.
Who knows?
she
Maybe you'll
flies
get
on
lucky.
them.
Maybe their flight will get canceled, and you'll see a lot.
Yeah. And then the final bet, the Tua for one.
Looks like you have $250 remaining here.
Yes.
Will Tua's passer rating surpass the price of his jersey at kickoff?
This is the toughest one. I'm putting 250 on it and hoping that there is a Super Saver back to school special that you don't want to miss, slashing prices in an 11th hour giveaway, dropping his jersey down to 84. And I will then take the over.
Okay. All right. And just remember to enter promo code QQQQQ. FU.
QQ. Honey, I can't make it. Oop, I'm on voice activation. That's the full code now.
Jeff, you are the man. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. Have a
My pleasure,
wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. Guys, everyone
you
make
too.
sure to check out Strip Mall Think Tank to check out more of the hilarious, very, very funny. I cannot say enough good things about this guy right here.
And the folks at Prius Anonymous, thank you in advance for our winnings.
Definitely.
Good to
We're
see
doing,
our PAs finally unionized.
Yeah.
we are doing a lot of hard work out there for the PAs out there. Jeff, thank you so much, and happy Thanksgiving. Good luck on your bets.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. All right, another big shout out to Jeff. That was so funny. Great time. Let me get my bets lined up here, and then we'll let you drop yours. All right.
Definitely.
I'll keep it real quick. On the Black Friday bet, I think that the Jets, I think Miami will not kill the Jets, and I think that there will be 125 yards. I'm putting $150 on each of those. I'm going to put $100 on 3 bird wins. I'm going to take the under on Chiefs drops. I don't fucking know.
Is that the most
It's
frustrating
insane.
thing? Is that the most frustrating thing?
Maybe, I mean, for someone with no problems, yes. I'm skipping the baseball thing because I have had such a hard time following baseball. I really, really have. I'm going to put $200 on you seeing some touchdowns. I'm going to take the over. And then I'm going to put my last $300 on the give me the jersey price being higher. I think that might be fun. I'm
Okay.
gonna take the jersey price being higher, and I'm gonna lock in to try and make buku bucks the Black Friday bet, which is already an extra super bonus lock because the double bet.
Okay, yeah. So, oh my gosh, jeez, if you hit that. So, if I say no on both, do I get triple the winning if both hit?
They both can hit. Like it's a double bet. Essentially, it's a have to be a parlay.
Okay. All right, then I'll start there. I'm
Mhm.
going to go $100 no on both. I think the Jets defense shows up. I think the weird wonky time for Miami on a Friday, it's in like an afternoon game on a Friday.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think, and look, I think the Dolphins, I mean, damn it, their offense is so good, but the Jets defense is so good. I'm just gonna go no on both. I'm gonna
Okay.
bet on defense and the Dolphins just being out of sorts on a Friday. And plus, they're officially Hard Knocks started this week, so
That is
cameras
true.
following
That
them.
is true.
The in-season Hard Knocks.
I gotta tell you, I don't care about that show.
I don't, but the in-season one is a little. I like the preseason one because it's like, okay, football's starting back up. There's that all that
And
excitement.
I
It's the
love
only
Mike McDaniel.
Yeah,
He's hilarious to me.
Oh, he's great. The preseason Hard Knocks is like what The Last Dance was for us during COVID. It's all we got, so like we're glued
Yeah.
to it, and we're excited for it.
Yeah.
But the in-season one, it's like, well, we've got games already.
Right.
Like, that's our entertainment.
And then you can
Like,
also consume just your specific team's media. Like the
Right,
Chiefs
right.
already do this. They have.
I was gonna say, if it was the Titans, I'd be watching it religiously. But the Dolphins, it's like,
Yeah.
like I think they're an interesting team, and I think
the
their
real reason to
offense
tune
is-
into the Dolphins one is just see how short all those fucking dudes are. That's a
They're
short
so
team.
short. It is the short. Even their coach is short, and
Yeah.
and it's not just that he's short. He looks short.
Yeah, they're short guys. All right.
Uh,
How you feeling about turkey birds?
that should be a bet one day. Just the average height of the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take the over on Chiefs drops.
Okay.
Because all we need is 2 drops, right?
Yep.
For that to hit. Yeah. So I'm gonna take. I'm gonna put 400 on that, and I'm gonna make that my lock. Watch, they're gonna like work on it at practice this week.
Yeah, this will be the first practice they've worked on catch.
I feel like the Chiefs are so good they don't have to practice. I'd be surprised if you told me they practiced. I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Maybe the only thing they have to practice is like when they throw in like
It's
ring
just
around the
very,
rosy
very-
type plays.
Look, it's the best you can feel walking away from a loss, but it's week 10, and eventually that's who you are. In week 1, when they had 7 drops and lost to the Lions without 2 of their 3 best players, I was like, who fucking cares? You know what I mean? Who cares? We'll figure it out. Well, we haven't.
Could you imagine if the Jets ended up beating the Chiefs on that Sunday night game, and then the Jets would have the bragging rights over both of those, both the
If
Chiefs
they
and
had-
the Eagles?
If they had beat the Chiefs, maybe we would have traded for a wide receiver. I walked away from the Eagles game feeling pretty good, and hate Nick Sirianni even more than I already did. He
Yeah.
cheered Mahomes getting hurt in the Super Bowl and had to be pulled back by Jalen Hurts because it was a bad look. Since then, I have hated him. When you
He's
cheer
just
when he cheered when a quarterback went down with an injury. And I'm like, okay. And then after this game, did you see that clip of him leaving Arrowhead talking shit
Oh, yeah.
to Chiefs fans?
Yeah.
Dude, if this is your Super Bowl, you're going to get smacked by Andy Reid.
Sirianni is a Philly fan as a head coach.
It's so far, even though, that I've seen Philly fans be like, you are setting us up for failure.
he is going to throw snowballs at Santa Claus first chance he gets.
When they lose to the 49ers in the first round of the playoffs, or I guess the second round after their bye, it's going to be a whole lot of them talking the whole offseason about how they would have beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl if they got to play them again. Anyways, I love the Eagles, and I love the players on their team, and I fucking hate him so much. It's asinine. Anyways, all right.
I'm just here for the AJ Brown tweets that will produce.
Oh, and I love AJ Brown. You know what I like about the Eagles? The Eagles team, the players are so quiet and modest and normal that I know what their center sounds like.
Also, the amount that the broadcast just oohs and ahs over a Jason Kelsey pool. like
Yeah.
as if he's the only center. Like the Chiefs center is better than Jason Kelsey, a very good center, and for his age, to still be producing like the way he is, he's really good. Don't get me wrong. But the amount of love and attention that he gets, the Chiefs center is better than Jason Kelsey.
This is where I get in when people talk to me about Collinsworth talking about Mahomes or Romo talking about Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Where I say the things they're doing is as miraculous as Collinsworth is saying, but 20 other quarterbacks also try and do it.
Right.
Like I don't think that Mahomes does stuff no one else can do. He really does. This is the second time this year he's had a 4th and 25 that should have been converted to keep a game going. He makes throws. He does stuff that no one else does, but sometimes he does stuff that 10 other guys do that is amazing, but we should be saying how incredibly nuts it is when Hurts does it or when Tua does it or when Purdy does it. Like he makes these plays that deserve that other people make, that Stafford's made for 10 years that's deserved the praise the entire time.
Right.
I don't think it's overpraising Mahomes. I think it's underpraising other guys. And I think that's happening with Jason because of his media presence playing center. It's not overpraising him. It's underpraising how hard it is to play line.
Yeah. And it's just, and I think it's also the fact that he's on every commercial break too. And
the tush push being
too.
a big giant national thing, and him being in the middle of it. It's a huge thing.
And I like Jason Kelsey.
I don't want to go too long. The player I think that is that much better than everyone else is honestly Travis. Is that much better than everyone else at his position, and the way he floats in and out of zones. That's the thing they should be talking about with this, like, no one else behaves like this. The way that Travis, like, floats in and out of zone spots is, like, the thing that deserves and it gets a lot of attention.
It's a connection that he has.
But it's a thing no one else does that good.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that is, like, singularly different.
The only guy I could maybe like if you fit him into the Chiefs system that he could maybe do that is George Kittle, but
I think Kittle might be a better contested catcher than Travis, but Kittle doesn't have psychic brain.
Yeah, psychic brain.
I mean, maybe Kyle Pitts, because every time I see a clip of Kyle Pitts, he's standing with no one within 15 yards of him, and they're running a sweep the other direction. But
yeah, well, that's Arthur Smith's offensive play calling this year.
Sorry, if
for
your
whatever
coach
reason.
is named after 6 kings, maybe he doesn't have a modern offense.
Now I will defend Arthur Smith's offense, but because he is the last good offensive coordinator the Titans have had. But
anyways. Oh, you got the over on the Chiefs drops.
I got the over on the Chiefs drops. No. Nick Sirianni
We need
sucks.
you and I need like a non-betting sports podcast to get this stuff out.
We do. We'll just call it therapy. Honestly, between the two of us, you each take turns laying down on the couch because I have a lot to vent about. I'm gonna take the over on the Birds teams winning $200. I'm putting on that. So what is that? That's
2, 6, 7, 800. You have $200 left for your bets.
Okay. Wait, that's 700?
800. You got 4 on the drops, then 2, then 1, then 1.
Okay. So have I bet on four bets already?
I got you freezing a whole bunch right now on the Zoom, just so you know.
Am I back? Am I back?
Yeah,
No?
now you are.
Okay. I don't know what happened there.
I don't know.
Something happened weird on my screen too. So wait, I've got
You have $200 left.
damn. Wait, what
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 200 on Black Friday, 200 on turkey, and 400 on Chiefs drops.
No, sorry, I did 100 on Black Friday.
Okay.
On both.
Okay.
100 on that. Sorry. Okay. So back $700. So all right, I'm gonna put 200 on the over for the MLB bet.
Great, I'll let you calculate that one.
Yeah, I will. And I obviously have to I can't bet on the hostess with the mostess, and I can't bet on Jim Irsay. So I'm gonna go with my remaining $100?
Yeah.
On Tua's jersey price. I'm going to take, ooh baby, I'm gonna take the under. Oh, I'm playing with fire there.
Which
I'm
one is
playing with
lower? The
fire.
jersey is lower.
The jersey. Sorry, the quarterback rating is under the jersey sale.
Okay, cool.
So that I am playing with fire there because I know there's going to be like some
Man, this is
insane
gonna be.
sale.
I don't know if I like 5 days of football in the week. Honestly, we got a Monday and then a Thursday and then a Friday and then Saturdays are starting up soon and then Sunday is too much.
It's the same way I feel when they break the Bachelor into a 2-night special event. Because
hey, everybody, this has been Doing Lines. Thank you so much for listening. Go give us a rating and a review. Give us a review on wherever you listen and follow Cork Bats with a K, the Austin Huff, Kyle Ayers. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday.
Love you. Good luck on your bets.